If you're trying to use human design in your business, but you feel overwhelmed, confused, or like you just don't really know where to start, then this video is for you. Information is free. We can get information about our human design charts, our gates, our channels, our incarnation craft. We can get that information anywhere online and with AI these days as well. But what most people struggle with is actually trying to apply it and embody it. And they also try and apply and embody too much all at once, and it gets completely overwhelming. And instead of feeling really aligned with their design, they just end up resistant and stuck and just not finding that human design is going to help them in any way, shape, or form. Most human design content does a really amazing job at explaining your charts, your gates, your channels, your centers, all of that amazing stuff. But it doesn't show you how to actually use human design. It doesn't show you how to embody it. And it certainly doesn't show you how to use your human design in business. So you're left with awareness, which is amazing, but there's no clarity there. There's no kind of like, oh, okay, this is how I can use it. And you might be wondering, is this actually practical? Can I actually use human design in business, or am I just overthinking everything? But here is the truth. Using human design in business is actually much simpler than it has been made out to be. You don't need to understand every single element of your chart. Just need to focus on the right things. And trust me, when I started using my human design in my business, I managed to work 50% less, but I earn 4 times more than I used to before human design. Those are amazing results. So let's see how we can apply your human design in your business. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start using human design in your business in a really grounded, practical way that actually supports your business growth and your personal growth as well. And I'm not going to help you to add more strategies or, like tell you to do more. I'm going to be simplifying how you make decisions, how you engage with your opportunities, and how you sell. There are going to be 3 things that I will focus on today. And once these 3 things click, everything else starts to make sense. So, the very first place to start using your human design in your business is your human design strategy. This isn't your business strategy, it's your human design strategy. This is where actually most people just overcomplicate things. There's a lot of nuance in the strategy, and it's not something really that you can like apply later on in your business. It's actually something that you want to embody on a day to day basis in your life as well as your business as well. It is a foundation that tells you how you're meant to engage with opportunities, with people, and ideas right from the very beginning. So, if you skip this strategy, this understanding what your human design strategy is, everything else just feels really confusing. So, if you start here, then things get simpler for you. Every single type in human design has one core strategy. And when you use it in business, things just, happen. Friction drops, resistance drops, and things just like flow. And it's very difficult at first for you to trust it and understand it. But I promise you, when you experiment with your strategy, things will happen for you. So, if you're a generator or a manifesting generator, then your strategy is to respond. So in business, that means that you don't force ideas, you don't reach out to other people and try and get them on board with your products or your service or whatever it is. You just lean back, you shine your light, and things just start happening. People start moving towards you, and when you're standing strong in that conviction of who you are as that amazing life force energy person that you are, people will move towards you. You trust that people will move towards you, right? And when they move towards you, that's when you get to respond and things will just happen for you. Now, if you're a projector, your strategy is to wait for the invitation. So in business, again, we don't want to be chasing the DMs. We don't want to be chasing people to come and work with us. Sometimes understanding that nuance of whether you have been recognized or not actually can save you a lot of time in business, because when you are shown about lead generation in like regular business life, lead generation sometimes for projectors is a complete waste of energy because if you haven't been recognized and invited in the first place, there's no point in doing that follow up anyway. And once again, for you projectors as well, we want to make sure that you are just shining your light. You position yourself in a way that you can be seen, that you can be visible by the right people, and people will just automatically move towards you. Sometimes you won't need to even open your mouth. Your aura will just do all the talking. When you trust that projectors, then things will happen. Trust me, I'm a projector, and that is what's happened for me. Let me know if you're a projector as well, because I've got some other resources for you. Now, manifestors, your strategy is to initiate. Well, not initiate, inform. But the initiation comes from when you have an idea in business, it just means that you don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for someone to say, oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. You don't need validation or anything like that. When the urge hits you and you move, that's what really drives your business forward. So the urge hits you, you inform your audience that this is what you're doing, and then things just happen for you. And the really amazing part to manifest a business is when you really realize that actually in your rest cycle, when you pull back, when you're maybe not as visible, things will happen then as well. That is when the trust all comes together. So you have your urge, you initiate, you get something out into the world, you come back round into your rest cycle, and things will still happen. Now, reflectors, your strategy, well, it is the same as your authority. Your strategy is to wait for a lunar cycle. So you wait 28 days. Now, I completely understand how this is quite a difficult thing to do in the society that we live in. But actually, what this really means in business, it just means that you are not here to go charging off, not here to, make decision after decision after decision and just go and go and go and go. As a non-sacral being, as a non-energy being, you won't want to be trying to run your business as a manifesting generator. You are the leader of your business. You are the person that is reflecting back to all of your clients and all of the people that are around you in your environment. You're the one that is bringing the leadership energy, the role model energy. So the more that you just stop rushing, you wait for clarity, and things just happen over time, that is when your strategy works for you. If you put yourself in the right environment, you won't have any problems at all growing your business as a reflector. So that's it. That is the starting point for you to look at your strategy. And the best thing about this is you don't actually have to redesign your whole business, right? You just have to stop working against your strategy, because once you start working with it, then things will just happen. Are you ready for point two? So let's have a look. Now that we've done your strategy, let's have a look at your authority. So if you remember, if there's anything that you want to come back to, anything that you want to leave behind in human design and come back to, it is your strategy and your authority. So your authority is your inner guidance, your inner decision making process. And this will help you to understand what investments to make, who to, be a part of in like a membership or a group or anything like that, and also what clients to work with as well. And sometimes this is where intuitive business owners get a little bit tripped up with their inner authority. And I want to tell you a story about my amazing mental projector client called Gemma. And the thing with Gemma is that she's incredibly intuitive. So she assumed that she was meant to actually make decisions using that intuition. Okay. It's very common out there to, in the spiritual visionary world, to get people to really listen to their intuition. But the thing with Gemma is that because she's a mental projector and her spleen was undefined, she was getting mixed results. She was getting mixed signals. Sometimes that worked, listening to her intuition, and sometimes it didn't. And over time, she just started doubting herself. And when you're a projector, you kind of start going in on yourself and you don't get visible and you don't get out there and you don't shine your beautiful magnetic light. So we started to work with her soundboarding authority in the human design system. And the most amazing thing that she learned from this as a mental projector is that clarity doesn't come from that instant inner knowing. It comes from the soundboarding, comes from talking things through, from stepping back, from letting the insights actually just emerge rather than just suddenly going, oh, yes, or oh no, or whatever it happens to be. So when Gemma started actually forcing the decisions and started giving herself space to soundboard, everything started to shift for her. She waited more, her decisions became clearer. And because she's a projector, that actually created more invitations. A lot of what I talk about in my work is, especially in the world of projectors, you when you stand strong in the conviction of who you are, when you know how amazing you are and you can recognize yourself and you understand yourself and you have beautiful self-worth, and you're just sharing your genius with a really beautiful music that's like emanating from your aura, people can't help but turn their heads and look at you. So when we take a look at things like looking your using your strategy, using your authority, using other parts of your human design, sometimes it's not about how do I put that into my business. Sometimes it's I'm just going to be that and then my business will grow because of it. And this is what happened with Gemma. Her business grew. And it's not because she pushed harder or she pretended to be a manifesting generator or anything like that. It's because she trusted her clarity and whatever it was needed to come through came through for her. And it started to help her to grow her business. Are you ready for the third piece? And this is the piece that most people often don't realize that they are missing. So your strategy fits, your decisions are really aligned, and then something shifts in how you show up, right? And then people notice, they start moving towards you, they lean in, they hear you, they see you, they feel you, and your message starts to land differently. So people will feel you. People will see you. And that is what I call your sales aura. It's not about saying the perfect words. It's not about speaking from the right place. It's about just emanating this aura where people just love you and they move towards you. And when you sell from that alignment instead of from pressure, from forcing, from convincing, from cold DMing or anything like that, selling stops feeling really, really icky because it starts being really easy. People trust you. And you don't have to convince people and you don't have to perform either. So, this is what happens when human design stops being theory and starts being embodied, and you start seeing the fruits of, that the labor of having to try and embody something that actually your mind sometimes just doesn't understand in a way. So, if this feels a little bit easier for you to start embodying your human design into your business. Just remember it's not because you don't need to do loads and loads and loads more. It's not like you need to go down the rabbit hole and learn more. You actually need to do less, no matter what type you are, but you need to do what you're doing from the right place. Human design in business isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to how you already know that you work best, rather than getting caught up in all of the different strategies that are going on around us. One of the things I do with my clients is I help them to stay in their own lane and they block out the noise of, what's happening around them. Right. So they don't get shiny object syndrome and download this freebie and go on this course and try and do this thing. If you want to go deeper into how your sales aura actually really works, I have a masterclass for you called Sell from Your Aura with Human Design. And this is where we explore together all of these concepts in a really practical way. I'm a fifth line, so it's going to be practical. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let this land. You just remember you don't need to master human design. You just need to start using it where it matters. So come and join me in Sell From Your Aura, and I will see you there.